Hello, it's Azure here. The past couple of days I've just been working on making a simple horde shooter where you face off against these purple, I guess, grapes. Zombie grapes? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm working on yet. But the general premise is you've got these enemies that look around for you, and if they find you, they'll chase you around. So far I've got their line of sight working. If you move out of their line of sight, then they will try and move to where you were. And then if they see you again, then they'll track you based on that. When they lose you for a certain period of time, they sort of lose interest and then start wandering around again. Yeah, for the time being, I'm sort of working on two objectives for this. The first being if you're not infected or if you're not hurt by them, to get to extraction, which is just a basic helipad at this point. I don't have any significant modeling skills to actually allow for me to do some decent things, but you know, I'll just program the basic things in and maybe try and get some help for the models and other assets. When you get bitten, however, the objective changes from trying to escape just to trying to wipe out as many as you can. To sort of help with that, when you're infected, killing them or killing the enemies gets you more experience, about a third more per kill. But yeah, I mean, I'm still working on it. The infection, or when you're bitten, you get infected, as any zombie mover watcher tends to know. As you're bitten, or when you're bitten, the rate of the infection tends to progress exponentially, so it'll just get worse and worse. Enemies can drop medical kits that will reduce the infection slightly, but there is no way to actually cure yourself of the infection. You will get, or you will game over from being infected eventually, if you are bitten. So when you are bitten, I guess music starts to play as well. I've just made a really crappy loop that just demonstrates how little musical ability that I actually have, but you know, there is that. So yeah, you can see down the bottom here there's a little bar with a percentage that's going up by a little bit as I'm getting bitten. When you're bitten, it increases by 0.5%, but afterwards it does increase exponentially as well. You can see it's just rising upwards, and it'll only increase faster as the infection progresses. So it's only progressing by 0.1% at this point, but when it gets into like the 20s and 30% mark, it'll start increasing by tenths, and then eventually, yeah, much faster. Killing enemies gets you experience, as I said earlier, and when you level up, the maximum amount of health that you can have increases by 5. You can see here these white lines represent the enemy's viewpoint and what they're looking at, so you can see all of them are pretty focused on me right now, but if you press the F key, I've sort of written in a sort of free cam system where you can sort of just use the mouse to view out and scroll out the camera, so you can sort of see how their viewpoint changes as they lose interest and regain interest in the player. The code does sort of allow for a lot of enemies to be present. You can see here that there's more than just a few, and I'm about to die here, so so you can see here that, yeah, the infection meter down the bottom is increasing very quickly. The red bar is my health, as you may have surmised. There isn't really a percentage bar on that at the moment, I've just been lazy. But yeah, that slowly increases as you haven't taken damage. Much like the infection bar, only more health is good, less health is bad. But yeah, this is what I've been working on. It's not much, but maybe it'll become more as I work on it some more. Let's see if we can see the helipad. Yeah, it's right there. But yeah,